You know, emotional pain is a funny thing. We can't see it, we can't touch it, but it's there. I mean, nobody likes it, but sometimes it can be our biggest friend. See, a few years ago, I was a drug addict. At my worst, I was getting high in some form every single day, and it was ruining my life. But I couldn't see it like most people when they're in that state. I couldn't see it. It blinds you. It takes everything from you. I mean, even if you're doing it casually, like on the weekend, a few times a week, this stuff can take your soul, it can destroy you without you even seeing it. But I got a wake up call. In fact, I got three. Because, see, the reason I changed, the reason I was able to let that go was because of pain. Firstly, I was depressed, hating my life. Almost every waking minute, at least when I was sober, was horrible. It was like hell on earth, but that didn't stop me. I still kept doing it over and over again. I still couldn't see that I had this massive problem that, yes, I was trying to relieve, trying to soothe myself from my depression, but in fact I was making it worse. Next, I started to get stomach pains. I got pains all up and down my organs. You know, at least that's what it felt like. I never found out fully what it was, but it just felt like my organs were dying, just being absolutely destroyed. But I still didn't quit. Yeah, I slowed down quite a bit. I stopped drinking, stopped most of the hard drugs. I doubled down on my weed use, but I didn't want to quit. I didn't give up. Finally, the final change, the final piece of pain that pushed me overboard. It stopped working. It stopped being fun. It was just boring. I was getting high and I was still depressed. I was still bored. So I had no other choice. To me, I was being guided each and every step. And to me, that's what pain is. The pain is supposed to guide us away from a horrible path. Imagine you didn't have anything like that. No brakes, nothing stopping you, no regret. You'd walk yourself into your grave, into the worst life that you can imagine. I'm so grateful for that pain, even though at the time all those things were horrible. They felt like shit. They were the reason I got sober. Now I'm 2 years sober, and I'm so happy because when you're in that state, your mind is clouded. You're not walking your true path. See, I'm a strong believer that vices, addictions of any kind, are just there to hold us back. I mean, maybe they weren't implanted on purpose by a devil or whatever, but either way, they hold us back. They cloud our mind. See, I mean, you'll notice this yourself. What's your main focus now? Maybe when you're going into work or school, you're always thinking about that weekend. Maybe if you're like me, you're always thinking about how you're going to get high next. It steals your focus instead of thinking about these massive goals, these massive dreams. But you must lean into that. I mean, that is half the reason why I was in so much pain. Because I was living like a fucking loser, a waster, like maybe you are. And it was killing me inside because I had massive dreams, massive ambitions, still do to this day. And I tell everybody, you need to lean into that. That is your North Star. Without it, you have no reason to get sober. You have no reason to improve your life, no reason to change. Everyone has goals, even if it sounds so vague, like you just want to be rich, you just want to be free, you don't want to work a 9 to 5. Just lean into that as much as possible. Take time to just think. Honestly, just set the phone down 20, 30 minutes. Just think, what do I want? Journal. You do, deep down you know what you want. Again, it will probably be vague. Only for the first time in my life now do I know exactly what I want to do with my life, which is this, of course. But it takes time. You need to go through this trial and error. And you need to drop the vices because they will block and confuse you. Of course, doing drugs, partying, whether like me all the time or even just a little bit, it will deteriorate your mental and physical health. I mean, it's been proven, of course. Everybody knows how horrible it is for the body. Destroys it, breaks down the body. Drink, drugs, well, weed isn't bad on the physical level, but on the mental level, it clouds the mind. Now, this is from personal experience because some people say, oh, weed's okay for the brain and stuff. Maybe because I'm under 25 and it had a different effect on me. They say when you're under 25 and your brain's still developing, weed can be detrimental, and to me it was. It made every minute, even when I was sober, all cloudy, unclear. Even when I was sober, I didn't feel sober. It just gives you this grungy, dirty feel in your head. It just makes you so depressed, anxious. You know, we all are affected by it differently. But none of my friends have this great benefits like they talk about. Yes, maybe some certain few people can use marijuana medically. But for the most part, everyone that I've seen, it just made them more depressed. And every drug does this, and especially the ones that mess with your dopamine. See, when you try and escape that low by giving yourself a boom, a boost in dopamine, eventually we're going to come crashing back down. We all know this. What goes up must come down. But then we feel shit, we want it again, so we try and get up. Now we go up a little bit less this time, and then we go down, but we go down further. And this keeps happening. We get a little bit of a less high and further. This is why drugs, they stop feeling as good. And this is why we become depressed, because we just get so low that we create a new baseline, that we just feel horrible all the fucking time. I know it seems like fun. And in fact, sometimes it is. But the fun is a lie. The drugs, the getting high bit, that's not fun. The social bit is fun. I mean, if you look at somebody who's drinking their own, doing drugs on their own, maybe you are, like I was. You wouldn't look to that person and say like, oh, he's having fun. No, they'd be like, oh, he's sad, he's boring, he's an addict. But suddenly, if I add other people to the mix, it's fine, it's okay, he's having fun, he's young. We can go and socialise without getting high. And see, that's one of the great benefits about getting sober. You start to appreciate the small things more, because some people will think, oh, being sober is boring. You know, I've seen on the TV when I'm in my work, and the one was talking on TV, and she was talking about dry January, and she was like, oh, boring. This is just so ingrained in our society to think that being drunk is boring. But if you've got any sort of awareness, you'll have seen for yourself that a boring night is always a boring night, whether you're drunk, stoned, whatever. Fun night is always fun, whether you're sober or not. We don't need to destroy ourselves to have fun. And when you let go of it, you start to see it for what it is, really. Escapism, a wasting of your life. But I know half of you, most of you will watch this, you think, oh, he's talking shit, like, because really, you deep down, you don't want to let it go, because it's so ingrained. I was there. I remember when I was getting sober and I was dropping stuff, eventually I was like, well, I'm going to do nothing then. I'm just going to do nothing. Like, the whole world revolved around it. And it did, and it does for so many people. But we've just been conditioned, we've been lied to, we don't need this in our life. You don't have to get sober. All I ask is you do what I do. Listen to that pain, listen to your heart. It will guide you. And if you don't listen, it will get stronger and stronger and stronger and louder and louder and louder, like it did for me, until the way forward is so obvious that you can't go any other direction. Remember, you're better than that bag. You're better than that ball.